I'm Vin.
I'm
He's saying
sorry.
it's fine.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at villageXchange@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed.
Yes, buy our merch.
Shall lead them.
Yes, we are doing a Metlcat reaction stream. DJ, he is the DJ tonight.
He's a DJ for
See
tonight.
that? Him and his kitty over here. Metlcat, I want to know what the name of your cat is. Is it Metlcat? What's that?
The name of Metlcat's cat is Metlcat's cat.
Yep. How
He's right over there, dear listener. Okay.
You moved the kitty back.
Metlcat, also, do me a favor and
emailed you.
check
Email
your
me back.
messages on, is it email or Patreon?
No, I emailed him because I sent him a screenshot of what I have on the lineup, so I need him to make whatever changes there
Good catch, buddy, because we're missing one song. So thank you for that catch. Hopefully this is still in the right order. Dear listener, Metlcat has brought us...
Oh, her name is Leela. How cute.
Leela?
Yeah.
Like Lilo? Remember Lilo? Shout out to Lilo.
Leela.
Okay, so that's Leela the cat over there. Okay, so this is Eternal Champion, A Face in the Glare, brought to you by DJ Metlcat, as you can see, and his cat, Leela. Maybe I'll change that. Let me change that.
Oh, yeah.
Metlcat and Leela. Perfect. Is that how he spelled it?
Leela.
Ha!
Yep,
I got it
job.
right.
Okay,
I always get it right.
Listed. Yeah, Metlcat, send me that in an email and let me know where in the lineup you want it. Song 1, 2, 3, or 4. Well, you can have it for song 1 or 2. Because we've already begun these.
Okay, guys, here we go. This next song is brought to you by a band by the name of Eternal Champion. The name of the song is A Face in the Glare, dear listener. A Face in the Glare. Let's go. What happened? What happened?
I just don't want that through the entire video. Like, people have kids and
I
a
see
lot
what
of...
you're saying. Is this the one you downloaded?
Yeah, it is. Just shrink that.
Okay, I can hide the junk for you.
Yeah, it's just...
Eternal Champion, A Face in the Glare, take 2. I'm feeling this shit.
interesting.
Damn.
Wow. What?
Damn. What happened?
I just thought it was going to go into like more of a longer ending.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be longer.
Yeah.
Is this a power metal band?
That's literally what I was going to ask you.
What?
If it was power metal.
I don't know.
Because I really like this one.
Metlcat would know.
I like the way that they would like push in and then kind of like pull back on the sound.
Yeah.
Like the sound wasn't continuous, so it kind of kept like like I don't know, it was good. I liked it.
The thing. Okay, so I believe they are. I believe they are a power metal band. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't like power metal as a genre, but I really, 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 really like this song. Because it had like a badass.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Metal has kind of like an attitude to it. You definitely hear when you hear early Metallica. Mm-hmm. Like, no disrespect to like later Metallica, but you definitely felt it like a certain kind of attitude even the guitars. I think the ultimate one is obviously Dime.
Yeah.
Like, you could just tell exactly what kind of dude Dime was based on what he did with his guitar work. And this one, it was doing a lot of the fantasy stuff, the sword and sorcery stuff, but it felt like it had a little edge, like bad mother effer edge to it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's kind of like that little strut, the Reservoir Dog. Like, I could hear that on a soundtrack to some shit we were about to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Then there's another, and also the vocal style. The vocal style was, like Metlcat said, very riffy. But the vocal style was also like, it wasn't obviously the guy could sing. He was a very, obviously unique talent. But I don't know. The thing I don't like about power metal is that, like, the vocals, it's usually the vocals that kill it for me. They're always too clean.
Oh.
I don't feel any type of attitude when I listen to that. And I just love, like, songs, like, you got to have some kind of attitude, bro.
Oh,
like,
I
you gotta
agree.
have some,
I totally agree.
Or sis, I don't care. I don't care who it
this
is.
Like, metal.
The girl,
This has to have some attitude.
Yeah, you got to have, like, we just
This is
listened to
not
that
the
Joe Jett
classical
song.
stuff.
I don't care. I don't give a damn about my reputation. Fuck
Yeah.
y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We listened to another power metal group. I'm not going to say who they are. But, like, it was just, like, very good singer, very good vocalist, but it was just so clean. There's no edges. There's no blood in the music. It's just, Yeah. Actually, a power metal band is one of the bands that we couldn't even listen to all the way. We stopped. We stopped the recording. You remember
that's
that?
what they were?
Yeah, they were a power metal group. And we just looked at
and
each
that are
other, and
different
I
categories.
said, we got to stop this.
Well, we were both like, this was before we live streamed our reactions, so we were both looking at each other.
Yeah,
and we said there was no way we couldn't review it without getting like just super low scores from both of us. It was just we both.
Yeah, and I didn't want to but this one.
And
was
we're not out there trying to just rag on bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we couldn't give it a high score either if we didn't like it.
And nobody had paid for it. We were just doing it, so we were able to just say.
Yeah. We put up the full.
If somebody bought that review, we would have to give it the low score. I'd
have done that, or I'd have told them pick another.
You wouldn't have. You'd be in the middle of the stream. You'd have just gone with it. You just have to give it a low score. That's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can be done.
Yeah. But we just stopped, and I told the person, just pick another song. Review the other song.
Babe, so what made you think that this was like fantasy like?
Huh?
What made you think that this was like a fantasy? I must have missed a line in here because to me, I was just picturing like not even necessarily Vikings. I don't even know, like some group of people that are going for war, and the attitude that you have to get. Like when he said, "In the glare of my steel, I see the face of a god. In the glare of my steel," and then he talks about red demonic eyes. Yeah. To me, he saw his own reflection in the glare of his.
I agree.
And he sees that like energy, the different person that he has to become for him to be able to go on this, a war-filled killing spree. I didn't see anything,
I'm just talking about the atmosphere of the song.
Yeah, I know, but what gave you that? I didn't get that at all. So what gave the atmosphere of the song that sort of feel to it?
Well, one was the
I Will Ride Again to the Fountain to the Blackened Stones, maybe that.
Well, just the album art itself, like it looked very, you know what I'm saying, ethereal. It didn't look like a regular war type of situation. There was this woman, there's this and that. It just seemed like it had that kind of theme to it. That's all.
Okay.
Tempered in the blood of fallen foes, I will ride again to the fountain, to the blackened stones. The moment I land is the moment he sends the storm. I don't know. See, there's the other one. The moment I land, he sends a storm. See what I'm saying? That looks kind of supernatural, right? To a degree.
I just thought that was like an like the god of war or something like that. Like people, like from a Christian perspective, we look at that and we don't believe that. Well, I don't know. I mean,
we don't believe what?
Well, we don't believe it in the way that other people do. So, but
what do you mean?
As far as like, that like the god of war, when they crossed over, the god of war brought it to them. But old school Christian us wouldn't even have a space for that.
Oh,
I see now.
I see what you're saying.
Because
Yeah.
When the nations were divided up.
Yeah, there's definitely a God of War for sure.
So
for sure.
that to me was what that was
Americans,
talking about.
Americans worship the shit out of that guy for sure, which is actually pretty ironic, considering. But go ahead, keep going. What were you saying?
Considering what? Can you pass me the Red Bull?
So the singer, he writes fantasy novels,
So you were right.
and it's usually based on the fantasy world that guy created, which is crazy to me. Like how much talent these people have. Because like we've got somebody in our family that literally just finished writing a full length book, start to finish. Like it's not like a kiddie book; it's like a literal full. Like what was it, like 8,000 to 12,000 words a chapter?
Yeah.
And we're working on a couple songs and things of that nature. But like you're going to take both those elements and combining them into one. It's pretty freaking ridiculous.
Right. I'm asking her how many words were in her book because it's a lot. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I wanted to say like 20,000 or I don't know.
Yeah. So, okay. So
17
cleaving
maybe.
through that's the other thing. Like war fighting at that time must have taken so much more physical.
Oh my gosh.
You know, you got guys that like, if you're in a firefight for 2 hours, that's like for eternity. Like nobody, that's like a long, and dudes are like burned out, tired.
Oh, I bet.
You know, whatever.
I bet.
These guys, literally, I mean, you have a meat cleaver. That's what you're calling a sword or whatever. And they're just going at it over and over and over again. I
can't even imagine.
I was watching a replay of that fight with Amanda Nunes. She just lost recently. And the girl didn't really have her hooks in there when she tapped out.
Uh-huh.
And I was watching the replay and I saw she was just tired.
Oh.
She was gassed. And then
She should add the sauna to her routine.
Huh?
She should add the sauna to her routine.
Well, I think what happens is Nunes is so powerful.
She's not used to going that long.
Well, what happened is that when she hits people, you can tell they're like, "Oh my God, the power is crazy," and then they start backing up, and then it's a mental game at that point. But I think what happened is this other girl, I think Pena was her last name, she kept advancing, so that means it's like, I'm not afraid of your power, like, and I'll take a couple hits. I mean, she was swole. Like if you look at the two of them at the end of the fight, you would think that the winner lost the fight.
Yeah.
Because Amanda Nunes is just so powerful. But I think what happened was psychologically, it was like, it's going to be a long night. This is going to happen over and over and over again. You're not going to be able to knock her out, and she's not going to keep backing up and giving you time to breathe. You're going to have to be on 10 for the rest of the night. And I just think she didn't want any parts of it. And, you know, and she wasn't used to that. Yeah, that's one of the things about Mike Tyson. People used to say, if you can get Mike to round 6 or 7, you got a shot at beating him, because he was just knocking dudes out in the first 2 rounds. So when I looked at her and I saw her face when she did the fall back in the roll, I saw her face right before she fell. I'm like, oh, she was done right there.
Wow.
Because the girl didn't have her hooks in or anything. As a matter of fact, Amanda had her in the previous round in a similar situation. And remember, I was like, oh, she's got her. And then I looked and I said, oh, she doesn't have anything.
Right. Yeah.
She doesn't have anything. And it turned out, you know, she didn't have anything. But if you don't know what you're looking at, it looks like, oh my God, she's choking her out. But she really didn't have anything. She didn't have her hooks in. She's able to get her chin down. And Nunes was in the same situation, only less dramatic. And she tapped out. And
that's interesting. I think that's watching her face to see where she was at. What
Yeah,
were you gonna
yeah.
say? What about it?
Yeah, well, it was just like, I'm just looking, it just made me think about verse 2. Cleaving through the night. Like, these guys are
God, I can't even imagine.
fighting so long and so hard for survival.
Yeah.
And, like, the way that you fight when you're fighting for your life is different.
Oh, it's gotta be.
And dudes, you're just you must have been completely gassed, just completely out of it. And to have to keep going, I mean, like, no disrespect to the war fighters today are unbelievable, but man.
Well, when he explains like the red demonic eyes thing, I'm sure that there are different degrees of trauma that people feel from taking part in taking another life.
Yeah.
And I would think that a gun at a distance, not a sniper, I'm talking about a gun at a distance, maybe, you know, I don't think it would have the same effect, even a sniper, than having like a sword and like slicing through people and cutting off heads, and you know what I mean? Like that type of warfare that was like, you're face to face. And like when you explain the like with the wrestlers, like we were just talking about, at the end of the fight, sometimes like they hug because they're the two that were battling together. And so I would think that it would be significantly more challenging to battle somebody on the field face to face like that and then have to end their life. Like how you would feel about that and the trauma that would ensue, you know what I mean, as a result.
Yeah. I mean, those guys were, I'm very, very happy I'm not born in those. You know, I used to, you know, you see one group over here, and they're both charging with their swords. Ah! Yeah. I used to love that as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was a kid, I never got tired. You know, like, I had like this, and it wasn't just energy, like, cardio-wise, like, it didn't bother me. I just run and run, and you just play and run the whole time, and you just never, but, man, now realizing what those people had to do, or you reading the Bible, it's like they chased them from Dan to Beersheba or whatever.
And then the no food with it?
Yeah.
When David went in there, and he was like, well, we're taking it.
Run that shit.
Every time I read that story, I only think of you. I said, that is some shit you would do. Like, he went in there, and it didn't matter that they were like, oh, these are the laws, this can't happen. He wasn't having it. Nope, we're taking it. And then nothing happened to him, right? Did anything happen to him?
No.
Something like that would work out. For me, if I said, we're taking it, we'd all die. Oh, boy.
But, yeah, like, this is... I hate saying it, but, like, war is glorious in that sense. In the sense of, like, it's the only kind of moment when you really, really, truly know what your actual limits are.
Right.
Because it's your life.
Right.
And there are people, like, that just give up. Like, you're going to die. They give up. It's just too much in the moment to just keep going. The cardiovascular work and all the shit that it took these people to, like, continue to fight like that, it was just too much. And somebody's just going to quit. Somebody's going to tap out.
I think that if you can master the mental game that is a part of every exercise and every aspect of your life, you can really overcome on a lot. Like, I've been surprised, you know, when we go to the gym, we've been going in the sauna, it's freaking 240 degrees in there or whatever, which is higher than what most recommended saunas are listed at if you look online.
Yeah.
And, you know, the first time that we went in there, like, I suffered to get to 10 minutes. Like, after 7 minutes, I was out. Now we're staying in there for just over 30 minutes. And I'm not letting myself, like, get that mental weakness where you start, like, kind of complaining to yourself about it. Like, no. There's no space for complaining here. Like, think about something constructive, something that you can do, but don't think about how miserable you are doing whatever it is you're doing. And I think that
don't try it at home. We've had extended periods to build up to where we got to 30 minutes.
Good call. I'm just saying
and we've got water and all these other things in there. So
yeah. I think that if we can apply that technique to every aspect of life, like maybe you're at your job and you don't feel like working your full 8 hours, you're at like hour 6 and you're so sick of it, and now you start complaining in your mind. Like, nobody likes being around a complainer, and that includes yourself. If you're going to complain around yourself all day long, it's going to make literally hell for the last 2 hours. Find something that you can enjoy while you're doing it. And if you can find joy in the things that you're doing, even if you have to look a little bit to find it, you're going to have a much better day. You're going to be it's going to be less of a chore, everything that we do. So I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about the mental game and how important that is. And I wonder, I think because I'm dealing with my own mental weakness, and then it makes me think, I wonder how many people in our community also struggle with mental weakness and don't realize that is a huge part of why they are so miserable. You know, if you just let that mental game, you just let your mind take you on every trail you want to take, every stressful thing, every discouraging thing. You just let yourself just be like, oh yeah, I'm miserable. I'm a horrible person. I shouldn't even exist. I should kill myself. I should, all these crazy things come out of people's, they start in our mind. So for us to be able to say, hey, okay, this has to stop.
Benji said he'd rather be waterboarded than put in a sauna.
Oh my God.
He said he doesn't like it when it's 80 degrees outside.
Okay, I don't like it necessarily when it's like hot and I'm all sweaty and sticky and it's frustrating. Your hair is stuck to your face. I don't like those feelings. But the sauna is actually different because it's temporary and you know you're going to shower after. But when you're like living in 80 degrees, honestly, living in 80 degrees feels worse than 30 minutes in 240.
What do you give the song?
I liked this one. This was a 9.8 for me.
I'll go with a 9.8. It was heavy. It was hard. It was power. I mean, this counts as power metal. People always say like, "Oh, Finn hates power metal," and that's because I generally hate power metal. But this shit, if this is a subgenre somehow of power metal somewhere, I hope it's not a one-off for this band. Like, I hope they don't go back to the regular power metal style or whatever. And look, I don't hate power metal per se. You know. As far as the people go, I don't have anything personally. I don't have anything personally. I would personally have a problem with it. But yeah, a 9.8 from me. I really, really like this song. It was some shit. I really, really like it.
9.7 from Mike Franco. Andre gives it almost a 10. Almost a 10. You'd be better off to say 9.9. It sounds better than almost a 10. All right, there you have it, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're coming up.
It's called U.S. Power Metal. Look at that. It's called United States Power Metal.
He did say that.
Okay. USA! We're superior!
That's the good kind of power metal, he said. Okay, all right. Well, we're coming up with you with another song reaction. Next one on the list is... no. Can you...
Wouldn't you want to find out, dear listener? If you're in regular YouTube land then you're going to have to check us out at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're among the righteous, like all our friends in the chat... We will be going to another song immediately. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.